They're breaking all the law. The law you mean breaking the law, but you want to go up. You know why people want to go out? Because they want to increase the time. They say they are too short. You cannot be a cancer, then you want to run global. You cannot be a lawmaker that then you strike in the law that we made ourselves. Then you say you want to say that, and then you waste your time. Nobody can be for the government economy. But when we can be for it's not happening, and it will never happen. The only thing they are there for, when last people on the government even say, sanctify people, don't know that more than giving one person and one go in court. But they say that over there in court, their family people because they need work. And the person that need work, and the person sanctify person they want there. We implore our family because some people are happy. Because it is the time to be happy. It is no valid time when the country is not better. It is every valid time when the country is better. And we give this as a challenge to all of you people. 2029, we may be on the ballot for the presidency. Where we will come here and say, Brother Sakoles, you people will have to appoint a commissioner for Sakoles. Brother Sakoles, they are educated people. It's not about education. It's about how well you govern your people. They have people that got degrees, they know nothing. The only person with every people that they can't achieve nothing from. Our marketeers will come to power. In every country, at least 2 million and break out of marketeers, sprinting rather, and the other ones. Thank you so much.
Hello. Yeah, we're there.
I heard you last night. Absolutely, after the whole election, in my corner, if you hear my preaching most family, you will conclude that I'm right. We will rescue as a preacher after winning. The workers, I don't really answer my phone, don't pick me up, they don't let me down, I don't let me down. I don't talk where I don't talk, because God knows what is happening, and everything I will accept it, because our son who is baptized want to win from Nima, the Nima people will not understand if I start hating on workers. They tell us about the back of workers. So we are good. They tell us this country, the post of the funding and the tax and Supreme Court ruling and the amnesty law and everything. And the position for the commission, who decided by budget to year. They said the way forward is the power for peace. Then when God come now, PHDC can come in there, but they don't be there. And you know where you just thinking, what kind of way, better, what kind of thing? You want to after people? Then, you know, the PDP control the lower in the upper. So they went, what kind of way, what kind of thing they did? They did a resolution. Because of money questions. When they said it, they let it send it. Then something happened. Wow. They almost had to run me house. Then they started asking the money. They didn't tell me they had it for me. Oh, and when I heard what was happening, it was me 2 persons to start. I was me, I was Banny, Jim Banny. So when I went to school, I said, what is going on? You were here when we had sent paper, and you were here with our own election, and we sent the report with all the documents, legal documents, to guide here. Then Baka benefited from the 2010 decision by the Supreme Court to be involved in the 2011. You're not wrong with that. You're right. He benefited. You're right. The after telling about for 12 years now, you now president now, we finish campaign for that kind of woman, then you want prosecute us. Without trying to prosecute us. One more freedom for one more freedom for when they were coming, they said they were freedom fighters. When they were coming, they said they were liberators. But when they killed their crown, they changed their mind. When they killed their crown, they changed their mind. What kind of people they so?
They are freedom fighters.
What kind of people they so?
They are freedom fighters.
You freedom fighter, you raping our women.
They are freedom fighters.
Oh, yes, indeed.
Killing our children.
What a great day.
Freedom fighter.
What a wonderful opportunity
They are freedom fighters.
it feels to be back. Back behind these microphones to engage. Of course, on the issues that matter to Liberia's growth and development. A pleasant good morning. Good morning. Just wherever you are this morning. Wonderful way we'd like to welcome all of you to yet another exciting edition of the nation's premier breakfast platform. The Freedom Money Rise on Freedom 87.9. And of course, this is the People's Radio, streaming live from the nation's capital. Good morning, Banga. Good morning, Kakata. Good morning, Ganta. Greenville, Princess, Buchanan, just wherever you are this morning. What a great way we'd like to welcome all of you, our friends, our fans, and of course those of you in the diaspora that's always joining us for the conversation. Yes, indeed. Welcome and welcome. Another exciting opportunity. Too many things to talk about. Lots of things happening in Liberia. Yes, indeed. This is the big station. When they were coming, they said they were freedom fighters. But again, the government continues to make all of us shame. And they're feeling everywhere. So the MCC school card is out. Fellow Liberians, I am telling you this morning that the government has failed miserably. Oh yeah, the Baka government has failed miserably on the critical indicators that translate into meaningful improvement in the life of the ordinary Liberian people, and of course that guarantee trust and confidence in foreign investors and partners. I mean, those are the areas that matter. Capacity building, the government failed miserably. So what I keep saying is that we remain in that cycle of failure and mediocrity. Is that where we want to remain as a country? We say no. And that's why we are calling on the government to stop celebrating mediocrity. This country deserves more. You can fail on rule of law and then you be celebrating. You can fail on creating job and employment and then you are celebrating. Just on tomorrow, the African Methodist Episcopal University will be putting out tons of Liberian professionals. Where is the job? The government has 9% chances of creating jobs. Just imagine the whole country. No job opportunity. How many person going to get that 9% job? What are you celebrating becomes the biggest question. What are you celebrating? Baka has failed. Kun has failed. Gafon is a failure. It's big hellable failure. A liar. Imagine a man writing the budget, a proposal of 1.2 billion, then with a gap of 95 million, and he comes back and say it is a typographical error. 95 million gap in the budget. Gafon says it is a typographical error. Can you imagine these criminals? Welcome back, Liberia. This is where we discuss the issue without fear nor favor at the big station. Today is Thursday, and it's good to be here. Very great, great Thursday. Oh la la.
When they were coming, they said they were freedom fighters. When they were coming, they said they were liberators. But when they killed their crown, they changed their mind. When they killed their crown, they changed their mind.
Government effectiveness, they feel that means they are very poor, inefficient public services, weak coordination, and widespread mismanagement. That's what the MCC Compact have said about the government. The rule of law, they feel reckless government. It's what, you know, all of the time we come here, we tell you these things. Say, oh, the Abu then talking that blah, blah, blah. Let it in here. Employment opportunities, they fail. Elite capture jobs reserved for the connected few. Limited opportunities for ordinary citizens or youths. That's the kind of government that's being run here today. Elite capture jobs. Jobs are only meant for the elite and their few family relatives. MCC Compact. Take your time and read. Trade policy failed. Desmond trade policy, underperforming poor trade balance. Policy inconsistency discouraging investors or investment. Child health. Hey, God, all our children born in, the government has ignored basic medical provision for our children. Freedom fighters have failed. Deteriorating, rising malnutrition, inadequate healthcare access for children, inadequate healthcare access for children under a rescue government. Can you imagine? The failure is massive. Natural resources protection. We told you they have mortgaged our natural resources to the Chinese and other illicit actors. The report says, in the area of natural resources protection, the government of Liberia has failed. Joseph Boakai has failed to protect the natural resources of Liberia. And guess what? Exploited very terribly. Natural assets mortgaged for minimum gain. Unsustainable. Oh my God, this is a beautiful and brilliant conversation this morning. Girls' education and safety. Listen to the rescue government grade sheet. The grade sheet says the government failed miserably. Girls' education and safety is at risk in Liberia today. All of the girls, they are at risk. Commercial sex are taking over. Increased gender-based violence, rising cases of assault and school dropout. Where is the rescue? Reduce our girls to taking waterside handbag, hanging it on their shoulder, passing around from one office to the other. What kind of rescue is that? Business startup climate. The potential to start up a business in Liberia today. What does the MCC Compact say about that? Fail. Say the environment for that is unfriendly, excessive bureaucracy, corruption, and lack of entrepreneurial support. Access to credit, fail. Restricted small business and farmers. So what are they celebrating after these kinds of disturbing failures? My name is Abu Sharif, and of course there are too many things to talk right here on the big station. We expect to have some brief conversation with a few of our friends. We hope to be joined by Ricky Jipro, DJ Asha Boy, and of course a team from Clarendon, friends of Mohammed Foboy. Freedom 87.9, the People's Radio. Oh yeah, good morning to our old moms and old pops. Good morning to the cyclists, the keke rider, the taxi drivers. Pump up your volume. Let the multi-banks and the puppets keep grounding, because we're here again. Oh yeah, we're here. One more time.
Musical. There are crimes in many places, in every community, you can see. So if you see crime and report it, don't take law in your hand for the right authority, that it can't take your law in. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door, whether you rich or you poor. If you see a human target, enemy you cheche. Do well for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Cyan.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us.
Do you want the professionals to fix your car, or do you need an original spare parts for your vehicle? Well, worry no more. Macabre Garage and Spare Parts on the bypass opposite Orange Head Office is that place. At Macabre, we provide the following services: mechanical, technical work, computer diagnosis and scanning, key duplication and programming, air conditioning, alarm system, and body work and spray. We also sell genuine and generic spare parts for Range Rover, Mercedes-Benz, Suzuki, Chevrolet Tahoe, Nissan and Mazda, and most American garage in the Bronx, New York, the USA, where we have a huge stockpile of Ford synthetic mobile oil that is very good for your vehicles. Some of these oils, when used, can service your vehicle by itself for up to 4 to 6 months. We have gas treatment and fuel injector cleaner, original from the USA. We can get you any spare part for your car in Liberia from America in 4 working days, even if we are not the one working on your car. We also order spare parts for other garages in Liberia. We have a tow truck service. Get in touch with us. Just call 0778-324-567, 0778-320-366, or 0778-324-566. Macabre Garage and Spare Parts, Liberia's #1.
Okay, so folks, welcome back, and this is the Freedom Morning Rise on Freedom 87.9. Okay, so yeah, okay, I think so. You guys gonna join in? I'm quite sure about that. So let's recognize some of our followers here this morning on the show. Andrew Kona is joining, watching from Ganta City, Nimba County in Monilu Fofana is also following from 20th Street in Sinka, Monrovia. Ivan Pay is joining from Waiter in Omega Plainview. Okay, Omega Plainview. You have Yankee Johnson. Good morning, Freedom. God bless GMW, and of course, Honorable George S. Watkins Jr. Good morning, everyone, and a pleasant good morning to the peace-loving people of Riverside County, the land of supremacy. Thanks for the show. I'm following from my comfort zone in District number 13, Montserrado County, Liberia. And of course, you have Isaac Brooks watching from Soul Clinic. Okay, Gater Harris. Good morning, I'm Gater Harris. Watching live from my usual or visual media office in Do Community. A senior Red Dagoze Mega. I'm following from Dabola Town, right? Papa District, Grand Cape Mount County. Henry T. Toole Jr. Good morning, my Freedom FM family. I'm following you up from my residence in Catwell. Thanks for the update. Edward Cole. I'm following you from the University of Liberia main campus. D. Melvin Gay, good morning. And of course, you have Jonathan S. Sanwu Sunia is joining in from all the way there, right, Front Street, Monrovia, just right a stone throw. Emmanuel Foucault Towe. You have Peter One Day. This is Peps Keita. I mean, it's a lot. So keep dropping your comment on the different issues. Whether it's the budget that's designed exclusively to service the elite, and the best way to describe this so-called 1.2 billion budget is tasking the poor to service the pocket of the elite. That's exactly what's going to happen. And like we told you, next week we will have a series of conversation about the budget, Hagar, and we're going to have lots of individuals to come in and join in with the conversation to kind of scrutinize the numbers and, of course, interpret what they means for the ordinary people. If you have PSRP, the total PSRP, public sector investment in the budget component, accounting for just the signature bonus of Asilometer, what Asilo is offering for signature bonus is equal to the country gets 1.2 billion. And, on the surface, it looks something to celebrate, but in that whole $1.2 billion, what the people actually benefiting is 200 million or thereabout. The rest of it going in the pockets of politicians, right? For their cars, for their insurance, for their medicals, for their children tickets, for their children's school fees, and all of that. I mean, just come to think about it, the country made $1.2 billion in a year. Then in that $1.2 billion, Baka and people say only 200 million will use on the country. The rest of the money will use it on ourselves. And this is the most simplest way that I can explain that whole $1.2 billion thing. And guess what? They have increased taxes. They have taken the goods and service tax from to around 12 to 13% right now. We'll get the numbers correct, but they have increased. Just know. But just recently they increased it, and they have increased it also. So we'll go for all of these things so you know where they're not getting the money from anywhere. They're getting it from you. They will squeeze you. They'll get the money out of you. And then when they get the money out, they will only allot 200 million to go across to provide medicine in the hospital, to build roads, and to repair damaged transformer and all these things. The one that all of us can benefit from, right? To connect water, blah, blah, blah. The rest of the money go in their pockets. And that's how you see more Aliden getting plenty, small children again for DNA and other things. But this is where we are. Hagar just came. Hagar, good morning. The traffic or?
Yeah, there is...
but plenty booking can you understand. So how the traffic?
The issue about the construction is taking some parts of the road from Boulevard. Yeah. So from Boulevard coming straight after the ministerial complex, there is a bit of traffic there. So but you can use the other side. It's a very long distance for me. But shockingly, Abu, this morning, our colleague, Larry, he's good at like this, but yeah. So let me get this. Let me just get something here clear. Lawrence Kwawa. Lawrence Kwawa just lost his mother. So,
I'm not seeing it. Wow, yeah, Lawrence, man, that's too sad.
So on behalf of the Freedom Money Rise team, we want to extend our deepest sympathy to you, and of course the entire family. That's you, the director of radio here, Lawrence Kwawa,
the track
of
master
programs, in fact,
yeah.
Lawrence Kwawa, who lost his mother. Please take solace in the Lord. and let the good Lord strengthen you. So it's on a Saturday for us here now, noticing that one of our committee colleagues have lost his mother. He has said to me some couple of days ago. He and I were having some conversation. He was talking about the critical condition of his mother, but then that he had to always make his way there to ensure that he see her and all of that. But now, reporting that she's dead is something very heartbreaking, and we are with you in prayers, and we hope that God himself can strengthen you and of course the entire family. But folks, we are here this morning. Let me say good morning to you. Following the broadcast this morning, when I are here, I have to be a bit late, and according to what the Ministry of Youth and Sports, not Youth and Sports, but Public Works have said, this could be something that will even intensify. So we have to start looking for something, some other options. Either we have to decide to come here as early as 5 o'clock in the morning or so. But yes, that's why it is. So good morning, and thanks for always following. We are here this morning to continue with the Liberian people's conversation. It's on a great Thursday morning, the 13th day in the 11th month, 2025.
Okay, very well. So, Lawrence, to you and the family, the entire Kuawa family, we'd like to say our deepest condolence for the loss of the old man. And I mean, all we can say is that you take solace in God. These things happen. It's all part of life and nature. Yeah, we're deeply sorry. We know what it means at this time. And, truly broken. Truly, very, very. So, indeed, we're sorry. And of course, again, life has to go on. And that's the thing about it. And, it's like, once you stump your toes, you have to get up and go because these things are not waiting. Okay, so that's where we are, and of course, these things. Okay. Okay, so that's it. Okay. Okay. So there is something that we also stumbled across from the budget, that from this whole so-called 1.2 billion budget thing that's important for us to look at. Let me send it to Hagar so he posts it on the screen. You gotta carry the pocket. You gotta call Jonathan. So let me send it so that he posts it on the screen for all of us to take a view and all that. So yeah, and this has got to do with the size of the government payroll. The size of the government payroll has whoopingly increased. All right. The size of the government payroll has kind of skyrocketed, and it's important that we talk about it. I'm told some $300 million, right, or thereabout, are going to be going into just salaries. Remember, during the past regime, this very government said that the payroll was being bloated, and of course, the government was increasing the size of the payroll. And then Josiah Joker King, he said he was cleaning the payroll. So what has taken, as they're cleaning the payroll, so then why is the number increasing? As they're cleaning the payroll, why are the numbers increasing, right? Why are the numbers increasing remains the concern that a lot of us are asking, right? But we are not getting real responses from the government.
So why Abu try to do that adjustment? Our cash giveaway, we are back. Abu, did you try that yesterday?
Yeah, we try it.
So yes, so our cash giveaway is back this time, bigger and heavier. So for those of you always following, you know the code, and for you just joining us, the code is *255*1#. *255*1#. All you have to do is just once you dial *255*1#, you give it a few seconds, and then you be asked the currency you want to play from. Then you can select whether from the LG account where there's a $50 Liberian dollars is going to be deducted, or from a USD account where win for yourself 5,000 plus a bag of 25 kg rice, or 10,000 Liberian dollars right here. So maybe at the time is 8 past 8, so at 8:20 or 8:25 we can do a draw depending on whether you people will play here. So while the conversation is going on, just continue to play, and then we can do a couple of draws here.
Sure. So while we try to get that right, okay. So while we try to get that, okay. So I think my guy have sent it already. Right. So yeah, let me see whether it is. Let me see whether that's what it is. We're still looking. I want to be sure whether we get the whole thing. Right. Okay. No, that is not. That's the cyber security, the cyber crime or an art provider. There's a cyber crime law now. We have. Yeah, that's the whole thing that I just sent you there. So you need to read it and be aware of what is going on before you go. Somebody can grab you and say, "Oh, there's a cyber law." And you say, "But I'm not boy." But we found time to talk to our people about it. It's important so everybody know what is going on. It's important. So the Liberal wage bill hits 355 million as other compensation adds blah 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 blah. Right. So there's an Insights Liberia publication on increment in the basic salaries, while a look at other compensations in the very budget accounts for 25.7 million, right? And then when you pull the 329.2 million that goes to basic salary plus other compensation, 25.7 million, you have a whooping $355 million from the budget that goes to salaries and other compensation. So why? The question becomes, after removing all of the ghost names, why are we still paying? Why are we still view this, right, from the part of the from the economic governance and financial management standpoint? You said the CDC bloated the payroll, right? They were spending too much on salaries and blah blah blah. So you needed to clean the payroll, you needed to move people. You feeling moving people, and then we are still standing at 355 million United States dollars. So where all this money is going to? The questions that we keep asking. But anyway, we will come to the details of it. Let's talk to you about our anniversary on the 16th of November. November 16th, we're going to be going to Niku Town. Yeah, we will be in Niku Town on the 16th of November for our anniversary. We'll be in the Lagoon community on Saturday, right? So on Saturday, Tabella will sweat. So come and celebrate with Freedom FM. You see, we don't have much to give you, but your presence at these events signal your appreciation for the sacrifices that we make, the advocacies that we carry out on your behalf, and all of that. So come out on Saturday in a way, just to say thank you. And we would like to see you. You of course would like to see us. We get to know each other. Some of us, particularly me, you don't get to see me around like that. But at least these are opportunities where, we get to interact with our friends, our fans, and for me, I don't trust this government, so I have limited moving about. I better don't go anywhere. In fact, right? Yeah, at least I can see it for myself. So, but for down there, we'll be there. Yeah, we'll get our security in there. So when they try it, baboon we divide cola. So any bullshit fire will blaze, right? Oh my word. So yes, let me talk about this one small, and then we can move. The timing just to get these people to come, because I want to start the real conversation, and then people can. So Liberia wage bill hits 355 million as other compensation adds hitting 25 million to payroll. So you can check up Insights Liberia, right? And be able to read this for yourself. It's a whole breakdown analysis of the numbers, and of course unpacking the hidden numbers. I told you Gafron is trying to be criminally smart and all of that, but we have the capacity and we have people to go deep. So Liberia's government wage bill is projected to reach 329.2 million United States dollars for fiscal year 2026. According to official draft national budget published by the Unity Party administration. However, a controversial category, other compensation, coded as 222123 in budget document, is set to add a further 25.7 million across every ministry and agency, pushing the true compensation bill for government personnel to at least 355 million. But sadly, civil servants are experiencing no increment. The use of this sub-object code has drawn scrutiny from civil society watchdogs and opposition figures. They contend it functions as a shadow payroll, channeling unjustifiable expenses and enabling partisan hire to swell staff ranks without transparency or real salary increases for under economic classification code 211101 basic salary saver service increased from 306 million under the CDC government during the CDC time of 306 million that they complained. Is a whole release, is a whole stuff, news article. Right, from 306 million under the CDC government to 315 million under the Unity Party last year. Now it rises again to 329 million for 2026. But mind you, the Unity Party have said that they have removed the ghost names. Right? Let me send it so Ega will put it on. Inside the page? No, it's on the website. So let me just send it. It's on the website. Right. So this thing is funny. You are bragging that you have you listen to Josiah Jokai. The message he has removed people from on the payroll, blah blah blah. But CDC time that was so alarming. They said CDC had all the ghosts payroll. CDC payroll was stuck at 306 million, the highest it reached. But then you came last year, you increased it from 306 after removing people. Your payroll still increased to 315 million, right? Then you are proposing next year, you are proposing that the payroll will be 329 million for 2026. That was in Gafon budget. But when you ask all the ministry and agency, they will say, oh, they remove ghost names. They remove ghost names. But how are you removing ghost names while payroll is increasing and it's now decreasing? Right? So where is the other money going to? So that is that account for 329 million under the classification basic salary for civil service or civil servants, right? When other compensation payouts are included, total cash flow to government employees approaches $355 million. This conversation is important for our partners. The IMF, no, go further down. The IMF, somewhere around there you see, right? The IMF, maybe somewhere around here. Okay, right here. This is here. So I'm going to this plan, right? The IMF and others. This is a very important conversation for you because you can be taking all this money. I mean, we're talking 355 millions that just going directly to pay, and there's no proper accountability for these things. Despite this huge this surge, meaningful pay rises for more than 70,000 Liberians on the government payroll remain elusive. What that big word means is that in spite of the fact that the size of the payroll continues stretching and increasing under Unity Party, right? But the expectation for increment in the salary for basic salary for civil servants, over 70,000 government workers, is not there. Yeah, it's not captured. And you understand? Liberians on the government payroll remain elusive, like I said, with any increase primarily benefiting government elites. Analysts say the structure and distribution of other compensation allow new hires, consultancies, and unjustifiable expenditure to be marked as discovery personnel costs. Recurrent spending approaches $930 million. These are very disturbing. There's a whole analysis pinpointing the disturbing numerical realities within the heralded $1.2 billion that services only the elite. The payroll jump is part of a wider trend. Liberia's total recurrent expenditure covering salaries, operations, and all running costs is projected at $929.6 million for 2026. $929.6 million for 2026. All the money going to the government. A sharp increase from prior year. Right, this leaves little room for investments in critical development infrastructure and public services. Budget analysis reveal the country's development budget lacks far behind current or recurrent costs, stalling progress from roads to schools and healthcare. Experts blame a lack of innovation and reform when the government channels ever larger sums into salaries and hidden payrolls. It's the nation's future that suffers, one economist told Insights Liberia. At 70,000 staff and nearly $360 million in total compensation, Liberia's public sector is bloated yet stagnant. The other compensation controversy centers on Code 222123 present in budget line for all ministries and agencies with total detail in Annex 5 and the mean expenditure tables of the official document. Once overlooked, this code is a key consideration in the transparency debate, especially since its use grew to 25.7 million in 2026, up from 21 million in 2025. Under this sinister code, 2025, they had 21 million, but now they have increased it to 25.7 million. As the National Legislature reviews the budget, there should be focus on other compensation and a rallying cry for gathering transparency or greater transparency, more effective recurrent spending, and reforms that prioritize national investment over hidden and less transparent expenditures. With recurrent at a crucial point, whether to drive meaningful development and public service delivery or perpetuate a spending cycle with little innovation and limited public benefit. So what are you celebrating? I listened to some of you out there in the street, and people are taking microphones to you. Unfortunately, even some of those taking the microphones to you do not have the capacity to unpack some of the critical issues within the budget. However, celebrating. Oh, you're celebrating that other people power and mind are going to get richer and richer. What, there's nothing that changed in your community and you're celebrating? Oh yeah, and you know, Gafon, the men are smart men. What kind of smart man is that? What kind of smart man tell the country to call prayer, ban people to pray for the economy? Right? Is that a smart man? Smart at what? Concealing public money and of course going behind the scene to collect the money. They are putting $8 million in the NSA budget to build Unity Party headquarters, and this is what everybody have to know. It is clear that they escrow $7 to $8 million in the NSA budget. All of the indication points to the fact that the government will go and collect the money to build the headquarters. So Liberians, even if you are born today, we want to let you know as you're growing up, always remember that anything you see around the country, say Unity Party office, was stolen from the government, right? There are no explanation for the escrow $7 to $8 million in the NSA budget. Mr. Bwaka has hidden about $8 million in the national budget to be party headquarters. What is the priority? No medicine in the hospital. You take the country money to go be party headquarters, right? This very party that keep mortgaging our natural resources. Hey guys, if these young people are out there, let them come. Let's talk about capacity building. You know, the government has failed on building the capacity of the citizens, so they are private individuals, young friends that are doing little things to fill in the gap, right? Because when you sit down, you wait for the people, they can take the money. They don't take the money, they put it in NSA to go be party haircut. Then I see them passing around, they say they are doing what? They say they are doing. I see them passing around, they say they putting picture on the wall for you to go by again and go celebrate. Right? The people last year, they not Bay Road, go all over, not see where the Bay Road. Right? The people last year, they not Bay Road. We go again, we not see where the Bay Road. So that he got can put the he got people young people in me. Let's see. Let's take a break of Crime Stopper to transition quickly.
It's about musical. There are crimes in many places. In every community, you know, you can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't take law in your hand for the right authority. Really can't take your law in. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a you must talk it. I mean you cheche. Do it for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, old man Sam Cyan.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, From the center to interior, Crime Stopper. Keeping us safe, let's stop it. Crime for all of us. Crime Stopper. The people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper. Stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper. Crime Stopper Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper. Keeping us safe, let's stop it. Crime for all of us.
Okay, so it. This culture of not respecting time is a serious problem. So I think the guys, wherever you're, and you just don't see you forfeit the opportunity. You have to be another time. I'm sorry. So the time that was allotted has passed. So we gotta go to something else this morning to talk about, right? And that's gonna take us to these conversations about the MCC scorecard, right? It's the latest on the block, so it's important when these things come out before we allow the government propagandists to deceive and mislead the people. We spend time on it and provide the simplest analysis, right? The way these things are, and I like the way the conversation is pass and fail. When you're in school, and there's one way that people can fail, right?
You fail.
But then there are two ways that people can pass.
You can pass clear, or you pass on no condition.
Yeah, right. And then when in the university, they can say you probation. They can put you on probation, right? And then when you
sometimes in
professional school, they can say remedial. You can go do remedial courses.
In the primary school, they will tell you say going for summer
school. Yeah, they will fine. Yeah, just a remedial, and it's the AME unit. They're looking for students. So when they get entrance and you feel they still want your money. So if you can't do the other course over, right? So I just want you to understand how all these things looking. It's not a straight jacket. Oh, you pass it. So, for example, we in school, right? You just there. You've been passing on a condition. When people passing on a condition, that means they're not passing good, right? But then I fail. But then the one time I pass on a roll.
Yeah.
Magna cum laude, right? Then the time I pass magna cum laude, you say because I not fail 2 times, so it's not worth celebrating my magna cum laude anymore.
Even though I'm passing, maybe to graduate, especially at that point.
No, but aside from graduating, but you pass the highest. You got the highest honor, magna cum laude. But then the other man who been passing slowly, man say don't celebrate. Even though he has never come, closer to honor you. He just been jogging around late 68, then they can run it up. That run up passing the man been doing. All in school now. 68 and say, oh teacher, then run up. So like begging for great passing a minute. So that slow way passing in there. Then slow way pass out there, he say, oh, you the magna cum laude. Say, oh, you celebrating magna cum laude for because the part 2, 3 years you fail already. Then what? No, it's not about that, but the fact that you're able to come from behind and hit super high, right? That means you are thinking more progressively than that slow way passer. Just there's too small man. So maybe I am jogging. I get my late 69, then the teacher will run it up to 70. And I came my late 69. So that's the comparison between the United Party and the CDC. United Party, that slow way passer. Scaling, whole day that scaling until all the skills pour, the put tire now. Then you go into the gray sheet. You open the gray sheet now, right? Then you look at the slow way passer, the man can pass in so soft subjects. Right? The man can be passing in reading Bible, and rocket and PE, our OTC, French. And when you see people passing in French, that means they brag.
The teacher decided.
Normally when you see people passing in French, that they didn't get French back, they can brag. Y'all know now. Right? You got it. Then you buy in French.
Me and my French teacher said never used to put in school.
So that 2 things I used to put a small thing in the camera.
Me and my French teacher, he never used to put.
So I used to buy in French.
Because you decide
That you the United Party.
You will decide whether you want me pass or you want me.
Correct. So you see that the United Party situation looking, right? So the people been passing slowly and things, and me I let to break it down for the ordinary people in the script because they can just play around to confuse our people. Oh, we not pass, but the real thing that they won't tell you, the check. And the people who can pass go in school that they don't can dance when the school closing.
Yeah.
Then the people that go on the road, you see them, relax.
Sometimes they behave too cool.
Cool, they relax.
Yeah,
They focus. But the child that can just pass slow way, right? When you see that one there dancing in the community,
and when I can be challenging the teacher, then making it appear that they are too educated because they can pass
slow way. So that what you see how many
those of the teacher then too can be under pressure. They pass that person. They see them pass that man go see that somewhere.
Exactly. So we are saying this to tell you, or at least explain to you why you see too many noise about what has happened. It tells you the desperation. And what we like about what this report uncovers is admitting the fact that the government is desperately failing on the real issues that matter. The very issues that we have been highlighting in this country that the government has been blundering on, and those are the issues that serve the core of economic progress and emancipation. So any government that's not addressing these things, you passing in Bible, you passing in PE, then you jumping around. They're not good past there. When chemistry, physics, mathematics, biology then come, you fail.
Yeah.
Right? Then you passing in drawing.
Yeah.
Then you say
drawing color.
Then drawing color. Then you say you pass. Oh yeah, you pass. But what kind of pass you pass? That drawing you pass. Did you pass biology? Did you pass math? Did you pass physics, chemistry? No. So that's how we're going to put the thing so the people will understand. We're not saying your government not pass, but the thing that your government pass in, that's also a weak subject. The real hard subject that can make sure that at the end of the day, you get capacity to do job. At the end of the day, you get job to work. At the end of the day, you get an environment where you can do business and the business will grow. At the end of the day, you get an environment where investors can feel attracted to. At the end of the day, your rights are respected. Democracy is guaranteed. The government fail on all those ones. They fail in those areas. So what kind of pass is that? Like drawing, PE, and French? Let's go. So here is where the comparison becomes revealing. And I'm taking cue from an analysis done by a friend, right? So in fiscal year 2023, CDC passed the following. 1, rule of law, 54%. Freedom of information, 88%. Trade policy. CDC passed trade policy, 2023. No, that. Okay, is that right?
Yeah, 2023.
2023. Trade policy, CDC pass. Access to credit. That means when you get business, and how flexible is the government, the environment to grant you, micro loan and all of that. Under the CDC 2023, the report says CDC passed on that 72%. That means the CDC government was open to creating means for Liberian businesses, small businesses to take credit and all of that, right? Land rights and access to protecting your land and giving you access and all of that. So the CDC government was responsible and they allowed that and they passed on that indicator 77%. Gender in the economy. Women participation, women involvement, the environment to be gender balanced and equitable, CDC pass 77%. Market competitiveness, the CDC pass, right? Then you come down to fiscal year 2026 under the Unity Party government, field indicators, let's say 2025 that we are at, right? You got it 2026 on there, right?
This is 2025.
There's 2025. Rule of law, they fail. And failing the rule of law, what it means, Hagar, read it.
It means the government is reckless enough investors wanting to invest in our country, Liberia, should not or cannot trust the rule of law. The rule of law in the country. How is that going? How is that important for the progress of our country? Now, no investor will want to invest a billion or even million in a country where there is absolutely no respect for the rule of law, where government officials can circumvent the rule of law in their own interest.
They've corrupted the court system.
Where when you feel disenchanted about some issues and you run to court, the rule of law is not respected. Where the president will sit on the national platform and tell the world that even though the court say that these people did not follow the procedure, they did not do what the laws require, but I'm going to work with what they are doing, even though they are illegal, but I'll work with them. When you do these things,
lawmakers,
it proves to the world that this country is not a serious country, and in fact, this country is no different from the likes of Sudan. This country is no different from the likes of Israel and Gaza.
Okay, so let's go to the next indicator, right? Of course. So you see what I told you? That the country has failed in areas that will guarantee job and meaningful improvement and progress for the country and citizens. So whenever you're celebrating anything, I've always told you here that with this government, they believe in propaganda and passing around. So you always have to wait for us. Anytime something happens, you're listening to them, but you're wait. We won't listen to Abu and Hagar because we got a key. These bonsues passing around here, they hiding the truth from you. So anytime something happens, you're wait for us, and we'll come, we tell you, say, this is it. Trust me. Since we've been here, nobody have disproved anything. All their so-called fast checker, they got all around the place here. They can go check our information when it's correct. They won't give us credit. The other time, are debating with the other person when we posted about Jeremiah Kun absence from the country and his ailment. So they check it out, it was correct for them to come and give all the credit into it. So, but when we get problem with them, we know them already. So
even the issue about the complex in Foya and also the one in Nimba County.
Right? They will follow it, they will get a fact. They will, as soon as the fact comes out, they will not tell
and
us.
Also the land in not Bombay, but Grand Gila County.
Yeah.
Been sold to Boginabi.
They found the Boginabi. So when we came here, we broke the news. Oh, they were passing around, they were telling, but the reality now can't honor. Some people losing their job for them to come back and say, "Oh, freedom money rise." Thank you.
Even admires the energy when we made mention of illegal activities,
money activity, and blah blah all the things. Was 1 week or 2 weeks?
Less than 1 week. Or let's say 1 week.
We took the advocacy. Nobody was listening. But then when they did a review, it became a fact. They didn't come out to tell us things. We didn't get a problem with you. At the end of the day, we're working for the Liberian people. So that one that your business. So. Freedom of information.
So can we do like from here because the public is looking?
Okay,
so let's do it.
Government effectiveness. Yeah, government effectiveness failed. 33% fail. Right. So what does that interpret as?
It simply means that this rescue government is very poor in public service and ineffective. So. They're part of the MCC scorecard telling us the government that campaign under the mantra of coming to seek your interests to ensure that your living condition is improved. The MCC scorecard say the government is very poor in serving you people, in serving us, the Liberian people. And it got weak coordination. So that's why in our weak coordination, let's give you a simple example.
The information system.
The information system. Let's talk about the issue about the FOIA project. Yeah. Latest, we're not talking about it. Kula said different thing. The chief of staff to the president said different thing. Daniel Sandos said different thing. Public Works Minister said different thing. So lack of coordination in the government is a key or factor under this MCC scorecard. That's why MCC is telling us the government is very ineffective. They are weak in coordination, and in fact, there is widespread mismanagement.
Correct.
You listen to that?
widespread mismanagement. So in all of the sectors of government, in all the ministries and agencies, there is mismanagement that the MCC was able to identify.
Let's go to the next point, employment opportunities in the country. So this indicator assesses the government's capacity to create an environment that enhances the chances for people to get job, create more job for people that are coming out of school, blah blah blah, to work in their country. So what does it interpret at?
This part is simply telling all of us Liberians, including the rescue puppets, the multi-bounds, the charlatans, and the tabula rasas. It's simply trying to tell us, all of us who dance in Pupu. This part is simply trying to tell us, all of us who dance in Pupu water with the expectation that the government will incorporate us in the running of the state. They part of the MCC scorecard that say the government failed in employment opportunities. Is simply trying to tell us that the jobs in our country, Liberia, is only being reserved for the connected few. That is, since Hagar and Abu are friends, Abu is in a position. Abu is only reserving that job for Hagar because Hagar are a friend. So if Hagar is not qualified, Abu is reserving that job for Hagar over the ones that are qualified because why? Hagar, that Abu friend. And limited opportunities for ordinary citizens or the youth. And this is a clear indication. Abu, you listened to me the last time when I said the Secretary General of the Unity Party Youth League in Nimba County, Prentice Doma resigned from his post as Secretary General of the homecoming wedding that they have on December 6th. Prentice have said, as part of that, he said, we cannot bring a government to power. This government have neglected we the young people. Abu, just so you know, not just Prentice. There are others, Unity Party, who want to identify some of these people. There are other Unity Party.
All those.
Yes, even Melvin Zuba, a strong member of the Unity Party Youth League. All of them are, in fact, now shifting.
You know, we'll fun time. We'll take our camera and microphone to Nimba.
Yeah. We'll have to, one day we'll sit in the capital of Nimba or even in the commercial hub there. We just run the program from there. And that's why that will be important. So
I know Nimba can't
indicate too many persons, Abu. This indicators is telling us, this unemployment opportunity indicator is telling us that the jobs in our country is being reserved for the few connected, and then there is limited opportunity for ordinary young people, including Prentice Doma, including the David Zuba, and all the young people who camping, who stood under the rain, the sun, who fought, who passed through life-threatening conditions or situation to ensure that the rescue government is brought to power.
So what is also saying that all of you that dance in the Pupu water, you say, oh, Joel, move on there for your man to get job, for your part to get job and things. They say, the report says the government you brought, rescue has created 0 job. That forget about it, no chance. Employment being in the country, your man, your part gotta be connected. So if they're not on your own, that's all of you just in the community, granny, you're carrying wear your green t-shirt anymore. But the people say they coming outside, so you'll come outside. And we'll just be waiting for you that will come outside, we'll take your picture and we'll keep it. As soon as you come big, anywhere we'll show you to your you come big and you're dancing on the seats. So what you baking for 1 cup of red, right? Let's go to trade policy in the country. All right, 2025, your government failed on trade policy. What does it mean, Hagar?
It's simply trying to tell us the government is underperforming, poor trade balance. The government have poor trade balance. The government policy on trade is inconsistent, and in fact, it is more discouraging
of investors or investment in the country.
So investors are discouraged. Even Liberians investors themselves are also discouraged. Foreign investors are discouraged.
The people living in the country.
Policy in place that the rescue government met, the rescue government has been so inconsistent in respecting those policies.
All the BB Lebanese businessmen and Indian business people did not run away from the country. You know what? They say your rescue government official can be baking it too much, so they are left. There are people in charge. They run over to go sit down somewhere else because they tired of baking.
I will even the UN, was it the UN or the US Department of
report
on climate,
the investment
climate report. And
all of them agree with this thing.
Was said there.
These things are said in the investment climate report.
As part of that, let's talk about the issue of as part of that, the people said that. Before you meet government officials, they were soliciting, or they are soliciting money, bribes, so that before you can meet them. That's why it is.
Even you go to the hospital for checkup, the nurse. So this is how rotten the system has become. They corrupt, so stealing the king for. They're building property. And the good thing we learn what the asset recovery doing, right? They're setting an example. So our man, Kobo pass out and who the Chanipo being over, Kobo will take that horse from you. You my man, but let me tell you, we'll take that horse from you. We know what play the horse air, right? So about we're not rushing you. Right? And you can be adding you on Facebook, yeah. Channing people illicit Channing manner being her for you. The back car, you ride in the car. Right? But we'll recall assets. We'll recover them. So let's go to child health. The report says 2025 government fail on child health. Right? We'll come to 2026 again. Government fail on child health. What does it mean, Higa?
The health condition of children living in our country is fast deteriorating. No effort is being exerted by the government to ensure that it is improved. Rising malnutrition and inadequate healthcare access for children.
Malnutrition means the children can die for food being insufficient diet, insufficient nutrition. People giving, you know what? Because the country hard now, so the women then they can boil the rest, they squeeze it, they take the water that what they're giving the children.
They make it soft.
The whole country, they can boil the rest, they squeeze it. Look at the kind of thing the children eating, starch. Yeah, so Kochiako. Any moment for now you see Kochiako, you see children with bear, baby stomach passing all around the country that rescue government causing it. Let the report here clear. Right? Natural resources protection. So now you're failing the current generation now, but what are you doing to protect our natural resources so that our grandchildren will come, they will benefit from the country? What the report says?
Natural resources protection exploited very terribly. So the natural resources of our country under the rescue government, the MCC scorecard that we all are celebrating as Liberians, is also telling us that our government is exploiting our natural resources very terribly.
Very terribly. So they're stealing
very terribly.
Then our future, they're stealing it also.
So the natural resources of the country is the future of the country. Those who are benefiting as a result, currently benefiting as a result of previous agreements that were signed. So we that will benefit, or people that will benefit in the future, will benefit as a result of decisions that the current government will make. But the MCC scorecard is telling us, this MCC scorecard is telling us that the government is exploiting terribly our natural resources, national asset mortgage for minimum gains, unsustainable.
For example, the Yekepa Rail, the National Rail Authority. And you were here the other day, we read the whole Asilometer agreement. And guess what? It's causing trouble. We are big trouble in our whole Asilometer thing. So by Monday, we'll get all of the facts. We'll talk to you. The government is in serious mess, serious trouble, right? In fact, some of the officials that are supposed to sign are scared to sign because sanction and other economic issues are hanging around. So people are afraid. Some people putting their signature, some people putting their signature. The whole IMCC, and they just in Jibo, right? So girls' education and safety. Are our girls safe in Liberia today?
Safety. The MCC says Liberia fell under the Bwakai's administration. The rescue government, MCC, is telling us that girls' education and safety, Liberia fell in that. What it means for our country is that girls' survival are at risk. As in the case of a 14-year-old girl allegedly raped by a Liberian minister, deputy minister for youth and sports. Nothing has happened. The police shielded that guy, and today, there is no tangible report from that. So the MCC is telling us girls' protection, the future of our women in our country is under serious threat under the Unity Party administration. They're not all saying it. We are just echoing what the MCC said.
Correct.
The MCC are the same thing that all rescue purposes around here are celebrating. The MCC are something that all of us as Liberians are celebrating. But while we are celebrating, the people are telling us it is almost like in school. Teacher gave test, maybe 10 questions. He gave it for 100 points. And in that 100, or maybe in that 10 we pass in 5. The teacher gave 50 and say, yeah, you get 50, you pass, but you not pass the real passing. You pass on a condition. So in as much as we pass, these are places that the MCC is telling us our country is seriously not paying attention to. The FK is not taking the future of our country is doomed.
So that is it. So
rising cases of assault and school dropouts. This is it.
So our girls are dropping out of school. They are getting assaulted. The increased gender-based violence, rape, and other things. Status Kpakala has made several appearances here, reading out the numbers, and the government has no, proactive means to addressing these things or curbing them. So for those of us that not pass around, no way, nobody taking our CVs to hire us, and we decide say, oh, we won't do business in the country. So what does the MCC say about the climate in starting up business in Liberia?
The MCC is telling all of us as Liberians that Liberia failed in business startup climates. So if you got a little smoke in the business that you're fighting to bring up, the MCC is telling us that the government is not paying attention in helping you to bring up your business.
Or chances are that you will fail. The business will not go nowhere because the environment.
So the environment is unfriendly as according to the MCC scorecard, the environment of our country business startup climate is unfriendly. In fact, there is excess bureaucracy. There is excess bureaucracy in ensuring that Liberian businesses can have a better startup or strong system that can help them to improve. Nothing of such. Corruption and lack of entrepreneurial support. This is it. That I'm all saying that the MCC.
Exactly.
MCC
so basically, what the MCC is trying to say, when you want to start a small business in Liberia, the chances of growth is elusive, and it is almost has instituted excessive bureaucracies that impede the possibility and the space of flexibility for your growth. And then the environment is hugely corrupt. Every offices through the different bureaucracies that they have set up, you have to keep paying bribes and all of that. So your capital, you enter into your capital before you even start the business. That's the environment that the government has created. And of course, lack of entrepreneurial support. There is no, progressive government programs that support, small scale entrepreneurial opportunities in the country. So if you are struggling to do your smaller business in the country, the environment is unfriendly and you're not going to go anywhere. Access to credit.
Then the least want to talk about now the access to credit.
Small business and farmers. Do they have means to credit?
They are restricted. They don't have the means. Government is putting in too many bureaucracies. Government is requesting more. So access to credit for small business owners or even farmers is terrible under the MCC or under the Unity Party government. That is according to the Millennium Challenge Compact, the MCC that we are all celebrating today.
And that was 2025. Let's come to 2026. 2026 right here, rule of law again, the rescue government fail. Right? Government, government effectiveness, 33% fail. Trade policy, 23% fail. Access to credit, 31% fail. Workforce development, not available. Workforce development, all that thing, colonial crowd that passing around says you print a t-shirt or passing on that. Say they do not have data on developing a workforce in Liberia. They did not even submit or provide any data, so they fail. Natural resource protection, they scored 20 out of 100, right? So they just giving out natural resources all. Right? Girls' primary education completion, 25%. So you enter the classroom, you see the girls children plenty there, but I just 25% of them can come out of high school. Right? For the past 2 years, reviewing the Waka administration, that's to tell you the consideration that they're giving to the young girls in the country. Child health, 36%, they fail. The same thing that we just talked about. Business startup, 45%, they fail. Right? So here's what that stands out. The indicator that directly influence economic growth, investor confidence, and governance strength are declining. And these are the key indicators. So we ought to be celebrating when the indicator points to economic growth, investors' confidence, employment, and governance strength. You can be failing on these very critical areas and declining, right? And then you think you want to be celebrating. Rule of law is down by 10 percentage points. Trade policy is down by more than 50 points. From CDC, 74%. Access to credit dropped from 72% under CDC to 31% under UP. Workforce development has no data. No data for workforce development. So the real question should be, if the government inherited green indicators which are passing mark in rule of law from CDC, you inherited passing mark on rule of law, trade policy, access to credit, and several economic freedom categories. And those indicators are now rare. Where is the progress? So are you making progress? Right? The time we turn the gray sheet over to you, we have a blue on the gray sheet. But you get a gray sheet now, at your turn, you put pota on the gray sheet. Then you say you're celebrating. So have you progressed? No. You have retrogressed. Because we are passing on rule of law, we are passing on creating business opportunity for our people, we are creating micro loans, we are guaranteeing the protection of our girls' children, right? And then you come here, you tell us, say, you want to celebrate. No, absolutely, we are not making progress. We are retrogressing as a country because we're supposed to maintain those blue that CDC left and add up the blue. But you fail in a hard subject, you can't, you tell us, say, oh, you not pass. Then we open your grade sheet, we see reading and drawing. What play reading and drawing can take anybody, right? Drawing. Then you say you not pass. No. As much as you pass, we are saying, how come you fail on the one end that CDC already passed all in to the point where CDC passed 14 indicators?
You can't pass in 12.
You pass in 12. Then you say, so you're not progressing. The point is, it's pass, but the pass is not indicative of progress. No. You have to pass to progress. You not pass to remain stuck. You got to move. So this is the point you all have to look at it from, fellow Liberians. We told you we will not fall for the co-opted and propagandistic narrative that the government want to use to mesmerize the suffering and pacify the danger of the failures that's happening in governance. We will not do that. We will expose it. And you see, because of that, the government has deployed mercenaries, and they are coming after critical voices like us. You think we are not aware? We are aware of you. We are inside you, and you're sending people to go after Julius there. You started by bullying, doing all kinds of things, and they have a whole conversation. And Gaff, let me tell you, that money you are about to put out, that money that Gaffon is about to put out, and you say you won't be president in the country, we're putting all your records together. That you say you won't be president, and you think you can pay people to come after critical voices, right? Y'all wait. We'll get there. We ain't even rushing, said that nonsense you're on, right? You're failing the country. You're saying nobody will talk about it. Control of corruption is one indicator. The fiscal year 2026 MCC picture shows significant declines in state capacity and economic governance. That is the summary picture of what the reality are in terms of what in terms of good governance that the MCC grading is portraying. Not just to say, oh, I pass, but where did you pass? You go to the teacher house, you pass, or how you pass? You not study good. I mean, we can't run a country like that. So let's get some views from other people. Like let's see what Julius. Okay. Mr. Julius T. Jensen. You know, we told you in this country, I like to it's important because this mediocrity here, we're not going to settle for it. So Julius T. Jensen, who is an editor and a publisher, he says the MCC scorecard exposes Liberia twin phases of celebrating mediocre progress and Desmond failure. So you can tell me, Alana, that you expect United Party people to leg us? They will not. They will call names, and I can hear you looking at the charlatans if you're talking. After reading the MCC report on Liberia, comparing the 12 indicators we pass against the 10 indicators we fail, I gather a few things. Liberia is improving in the numbers that look good in report, but still failing in the areas that touch the daily lives of its citizens. So what should you be celebrating? You are supposed to be celebrating the things that touching your life. The thing that means that tomorrow or next year your life will change. But the things that mean your life will change next year, things will be better for you. The government failing on the one miserably.
I think it's been doing that life.
Then they pass around, they say, oh, we pass.
They only want to pass around to make you understand that they pass, but they are not telling you what the implication of the ones they fill in.
Yeah. So this is it. And there are critical people in this country. Liberia is improving in the numbers that look good. And those numbers that look good, they look good in report though, but still the country under Buakai is repeatedly failing in the areas that touch the daily lives of its citizens. Go down Watersa, go Douala, go Gorbachev, go Redle, just go around the place and assess, go in the interior and talk to the people. The people's life are in misery. And you come here and say you're celebrating. Yeah, the numbers suggest that the government can satisfy some technical criteria of economic management, but lacks the capacity or will to deliver human development outcomes. So what you want? You won't be developed, or you want for GAFON to say, oh, we pay on correction, oh, and then we pay in reading, we pay in PE. Right? So at the end of the day, what did you bring the people to develop your life economically? But all those areas, every year they failing. Every year they bring in Dohe. It is like a student who passes mathematics but fails the subject that build character and critical thinking. Look, the 10 indicators we fail are the areas that can deliver decent living standard or quality life. We should be ashamed that we even fail on government efficiency. How do you fail on government efficiency? Then you develop the audacity to be celebrating. You play on the people, you think you get sense by everybody in the country. The whole report look at you, they say the whole country, the government is inefficient. All the things they're passing around, doing all kind of things, right? The inefficient, you go there, service delivery is poor and everything. That alone should make you shame. That alone. Right? That you are even failing on government efficiency. That means that the government failed miserably in service delivery to its people. Miserably in service delivery to its people. So what kind of government? I read AR government here. All the independent assessment of their government performance points to failure and misery, but then you still celebrating. Say December, say you're coming also. Passing on indicators like inflation and fiscal policy may please donors and international institutions, but then they want that way most likely please donor and blah, blah, blah. But then when they look at the budget on your spending priorities, the donor will get discouraged. So at the end of the day, collectively, we fail. So they want indicators they pass in. They sort of use that one to show to the donor and say, oh, yeah, you can give us money now. They say we're doing one. But mind you, as soon as the donor look at your budget and look at your spending priorities, they say, no, we can't get our money here. So at the end of the day now, when we come home, push kind of short, what happened? And we fail all over. We fail. The country failed. Right? The country failed. So just as I said, folks, we want to push these people to deliver in areas that has to do with education, health, and property rights, because passing in those areas or failing in these areas as the government has failed now means the gains cannot last. A country that cannot control inflation but cannot feed its children, right, or provide clean water cannot claim real progress. So at the end of the day, all the analysis come back to us. What we say, the conclusion we made. You think they hear them, get out here, they can't hear to can't joking. We tell you, say, we look at the thing for long, we look at the great for long, we look at you, we say, don't let Gafon go sit down there, go in lie again. Y'all go listen to him. And when Gafon lie down there, we'll come here, we'll expose him. We tell you, we and Gafon for it. So you can bring that thing to us, right? The economic meaning of passing 12 indicators while failing in 10 indicators say that Liberia has learned to manage its book, but not yet to manage its society. That's according to Julius Jensen. Higa. So what are we celebrating?
So the thing is, Abu, the guys, you know, like I said, and I will always continue to say, the guys feel like we are still in those days when Liberians were not more focused on doing research, and there were more Liberians who could critically analyze, as in our case we are doing now. So the United Party is making us to feel like our country is making progress, but when the reality is that the country is currently stagnated, the country is going nowhere. We came with Med 14 pass. And I see them passing a right away. What? You came with Med 14 pass. The 14 pass, you came with drop to 12. And all of those major indicators, like even the rule of law, it is something that have direct impact on the living condition of the ordinary Liberian. It proved that when the old lady there infeasible is hurt, she feels disenchanted about something Abu, she's able to run to court and the court will serve her justice. But the MCC is telling us the government failed in rule of law. So that is, it is clear that the government got no respect for the laws and constitution of our republic. That's why when the president came, he removed people from tenure position. He chose to work with a regime, a team with a bloc that was against the constitution of our republic. And today, as we speak, our country is currently, the rule of law is something that Liberians are no longer respecting. The government is no longer respecting the rule of law. What is the real reason that we should be celebrating around here today? What the Unity Party want us to celebrate? We celebrate the past, government past in the past. But today,
then we'll go to
there are critical areas. Let's look at the case of youth employment. The MCC is telling us that more young Liberians who are even qualified, competent and capable enough are sitting in this country and doing nothing. The government under the Ministry of Labor is selling out Liberian jobs to foreigners. And that's something you want us to celebrate? Why we should be deceptive to ourselves and to our country?
Should we be celebrating the fact that there are more Liberians who cannot still afford a cup of rice a day to eat because they are unemployed, even when they are qualified? Should we celebrate the fact that there were Liberians employed and Josiah Jokai came and said those individuals weren't employed legally, and in fact, he dismissed all of them. Today, the wage bill of our country have increased. How is that happening? Then today, Unity Party people say we must celebrate. What are we celebrating? What is the reality of our celebration? What is the reality? It's almost like a science student saying you want to do medicine, but then you fail in chemistry, you fail in biology. How is that? How is that even? How do you call this? How does that even make sense to any of us? You say you want to be a nurse, for example. You want to be a medical doctor, but you not know chemistry. You feel in bio in chemistry. You feel in science subjects, and
so. But guess what? Now, so the questionnaires were 22. You passed 12. That's 60%. So what kind of school the passing mark at 60?
Yeah.
Where in
even 7 days I feeling great.
Where in B Edoru? 60 you fail. Then you come over, you passing around, you say you pass 60%. You technically fail. Not even technically. Ordinarily, in Wasonga you fail. Wasonga you go to school, in Wasonga you score 60, you fail. So Baka come to Monrovia in school 60 and say children also to go celebrate, say the country pass. Right? This is the height of deception. You see, you will keep feeling, and you keep missing the mark. When this report comes, the critical issues are the one we always go for, because we know what addressing the critical and core issues in government means for the general progress and emancipation of the country. In other African countries, they are focused on the core issues: youth empowerment, gender protection, domestic, and protection against domestic violence, and they're minimizing their passing. But you're failing on these things every day. You're failing on these things every day, and then you come, you say you're passing. You get one man who can lie. You say you find a minister, you can lie like hell.
So the one that benefiting them are the ones that they are passing in, but the one that is supposed to benefit the general population of our country, those ones are not something that the government wants us to celebrate. But so the government feel in critical areas. We're talking about the rule of law. Women and girls, the safety of women and girls in our country is under threat. That's something you want us to celebrate. Access to health care. Young babies are dying as a result of malnutrition.
Mm-hmm.
You want us to celebrate these things. When mothers can leave from here and go to the JFK, they are constrained to this setting. If their child is sick, for example, they will be sitting 24 hours, night and day. Nothing is being done about that. And today, you want us to celebrate. What really you want us to celebrate now? We are appreciative of the fact that, yes, because that is the score mark for the compact, we will celebrate that at least we pass.
No, but that's critical areas, 60%.
The critical areas of our country, the critical areas that are supposed to benefit our country directly, Liberians, we have failed in it under the Unity Party administration. They want us to say these things.
So listen to some of the terrible things that are happening, and I'm reading from Benedict Koluba. Right, 2 days ago, Benedict wrote, Gafon Asina down there talking all kinds of gibberish. We will be beyond Gafon every day. Mr. Gafon overrides legislative power, fellow Liberians. Today, I speak to you not as a critic, but as a citizen troubled and concerned for our republic in trouble. In 2025, your legislature lawfully approved a national budget of US $880.6 million, yet through a quasi-legislative channel, Minister Gafon later endorsed a budget of US $975.4 million. Right? And this is the area he came back later on and said, oh, we'll read that article for you. We told you, yeah, this people will not go unpunished. No sin go unpunished. With an unexplained increase of US $94.78 million, equivalent to roughly 10%, 10.8%. Right? So, how the law is passed, then you go ahead, right, and go do another thing on your own without the legislature, increasing the budget number by 94.something%. Lack of transparency, lack of accountability, equivalent to roughly 10.8%. This is not a mere accounting quibble. It is a test of our constitutional order and of who we are as a nation. You see the danger of having a robust term legislature. That's why these people always keep making fun. You know, when we were here raising our voice, people felt that somehow has some kind of relationship with Fonati and all of that. Nothing, absolutely nothing. Zero, even up to date. Now even a phone call from Fonati to say, oh, gentlemen, yeah, things did not go, but thank you for whatever we're doing it for our country. It's not bad, right? But because we saw these things, when you see an executive desperate to have a legislature that they want, that they wish to have exclusive power over, these are the signs of dangers that's coming, and that's what we are seeing today. Gafon can just work on and do anything with the budget. Just work on and take any decision. Also, budget expenditure has hit historical high. They making work on and jump from the one money, work out and jump and go and may require and take money from the budget and go do anything with it. Legislature can ask. They finish selling their oversight, their oversight right. Fellow librarians, our 1986 Constitution is clear. Article 34D gives the legislature the exclusive power to make appropriations, not the finance minister, while the executive carries out those decisions. If a minister can override that authority, we must ask, who is who in our country? Who guards the public purse? Who ensures transparency, fairness, and the rule of law? If the men are supposed to implement the decision, is the man rather making the decision at the same time implementing it? The man will go in the budget, collect the money, change the number, blah, blah, do outside expenditure, blah. Nobody can ask him, nobody can hold him accountable. So the question is, why did the minister choose to increase the budget from 880 million to 975 million without legislative approval? And when he did anybody from the legislature ask the question? The regime speaker, right? I want to see how District 11 people will consider ever voting for this man again. What are the sources of the additional 94.78 million? Where did that money come from? Is Minister Gaff action equivalent to acting ultra virus? I believe so. The bigger question is who now in Liberia? Because the president said he just sleep. And the legislature is truly in charge. The 2026 national budget must be sent back for proper accounting. Please read 1.4 revenue table. And when these were said, that's how Gafone ran on the website. They took the budget down. They say typographical error. Look at that kind of stealing. They say typographical error. And then it came with a subsequent article. Minister moved the goalposts. I think you go change the number. We changed the short direction. On November 11, 2025, I publicly accused Minister Gafon of unlawfully increasing the national fiscal year 2025 budget from 880.6 to without legislative approval to US 975.4 million to what appears to be a quasi-legislative channel. The allegation rests on an unexplained US 94.78 million upward reversion that effectively bypassed clear legislative appropriation. After my post, the ministry revised and republished its revenue and fiscal tables. We're talking about 94 million, and you just go, you bring it down, you adjust the number and change it like that. And how the people running the country? The revised figures show that as of October 31, 2025, the government had collected US $692.1 million of the US $880.6 million approved budget, leaving an expected shortfall of US $188.6 million. So you see, remember recently when he made a radio appearance, what did he say? Right? Minister Gaffron said that last year there was no budget shortfall, this year there was no budget shortfall, so that how he went trying to cover the budget shortfall of 100 plus million went and put something up that he shamefully had to take down. So you are lying to govern. Right? Leaving unexpected, because we are in November and the performance that you reported is you have collected 692 point something million. So you have a gap of 188.6 million for November and December, an average of US 94,285,050 per month. So as this November, the government must raise this money. The ministry reports cumulative spending of US 636 plus million against the amount collected, leaving an unspent cash balance of only 55 million. To reach a balanced year-end position under these projections, the government will need to spend roughly US 244 million over November and December. Right? US 122 million per month. So for November, the government must spend, in order for their book to end clear and balanced, the government must spend 122 million. After making sure more, the reality coming. Fellow librarians, the implications of this shifted playing field are stark. 1. Minister Gaffron claims a treasury balance of about US 55,506 million, right? $55,606,000. Yet, vital institutions such as the University of Liberia reportedly could not access even US $500,000, but Gaffron is reporting in his economic numbers, right, that there are a treasury balance of US 55 million and change. But you get a kind of balance, but then UL was just protesting the other day that 500,000 they asked the government for, government couldn't provide it. The danger that these people lead the country in, all poor out here, poor matches and also we pawn it to get money to run the country and put it back on track. The ministry projects US 188.5 million in late collections, despite the Liberia Revenue Authority indicating such receipts are unlikely. The people that are supposed to collect the money, they will say, looking at all of everything, all of the factor, they're not able to collect the money yet. But the ministry say they will collect it. So we'll wait to see how they're going to do it. Right? The ministry plans to spend approximately US 244 million in the final 2 months. You eat scenario that risks exhausting the country's small cash buffer. When ministers move the goalpost, accountability must restore the rules. I invest you. Okay, so let's hold it right there. So these are the realities and the facts and the interpretation of the numbers that make us to tell you that GAF is not proceeding well with the Liberian economy since his return. You know, when he famously said that his return could be described as the old soldier returning back on the front line, the old soldier has come back as a weakling. Big head of a weakling, picking a putting slap all in your ear. The numbers are knocking him everywhere. You can see the coat when Gaffron wear a coat, the shoulder pack can go way to his neck. Even clothes can failing again, the man failing. The failure is so massive that the guy, even to dress now, he's confused. He don't even know how to wear clothes. Fair Librarian, this is the outlook. This is the MCC report. So you pretty much tell me, what are you celebrating? We are telling you everything the government is failing. Every report come, they tell you, say that you, Abu, and Hegane can be talking the government failing. But mind you still have some gobblers defending, because it is through that defense that they can get something to go put on their table. So don't get vexed. When you still find people like Kanye then defending, you know, that's how they can find something to put on their table. Not everybody will be principled like you and myself. Not everybody will stand for something. Not everybody will respect integrity and dignity of life. Other people see life as trading. They trade everything, anything they can trade it. They can trade their stomach, they trade their brain, they trade their education, so that how people like Kanye then looking. So let's take course.
0776-104104-086-500-104 are the numbers. You can call us on right here. For those of you playing the cash giveaway, let's try to check up on the system. The code is *255*1#. *255*1#. You give a few seconds and then you reply with the currency you want to play from. You stand a chance to win 5,000 or 10,000 right here. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Where are you live? When I found myself district full, go ahead.
Because this morning I listened to one of the OKF and the series. I listened to them say that droppers or Bruno. And you are saying that Ruffy is Bruno. So I very want to know how they create it.
Yeah, but go ask them. Go ask them how they last.
I'm very sorry.
Now what we can put out on the screen. When you're reading from the phone, we can put on the screen. You see it.
Yeah. How are you, sir?
Go ahead, boss. I'm okay.
Yeah, this is Abu Sharing. I'm calling from Japan Ferry.
Go ahead.
There's a question we're asking, and this morning, so many of your sister radio when the boat is wasn't here, then you get the hurricane, then they want to defend. Okay, so tell me, 14 and 12. Which one the yes? Which one is the talking agree? 14 and 12. 114 was a but some years back. People were when I want for them to eat yellow one. No, I just say, the move for you, man. What you doing? What I want me? 14. Okay, now the whole rescue, the educated government, the parliament, the one educated. Oh, according to that. Okay, but then what now? The school and you yesterday, they could celebrate. They want for all the celebration too. What you know, we don't blame them, man. For the sake of God,
let's talk to David King. David, morning.
Yeah, morning, guys. This is the morning that as well.
Go ahead.
You know, these are very funny. And they are very, very funny. Why will you pass 12? You feel jumping.
So hold on 1 minute. The guy who called Jenna about say he listened to OKFM. So yes, rule of law in this segment. Maybe go ahead. I was saying it. 44%. Yeah, pull it there. Let me see it. You think we not people? Yeah, we not people. Then before we come on the show, minister then can send all note and thing. No, we come here. We speak for the people. Go ahead.
Abu, stand on. The people who made stand on saying last night. Alright. So then we talk about job creation and say you fail. Massively, this job you have done, you were 100%. But in your time, you lost 91%, you 9%.
No, that one other caller confusing yourself. He said, he didn't say lying on okay, because I'm not sure Clarence will see the thing and go say the people. Clarence will not do that.
You see the guys in a green t-shirt, they don't see anything realistic. I don't know where that conscience are going to. Because these are guys who are speaking yesterday like conscious minded people. But I'm surprised to see them behaving the way they're behaving today. You prepare budget, you carry it, you withdraw it.
No, they're not feeling bad. The way we explain the thing, feeling bad. A small bad feeling will not shopping any money. Thank you very much. Thank you. Gotta take other callers quickly. Liberians have to air the views on this. Good morning. Government is feeling. Good morning. Let's hear you.
Good morning to you. My name is Josh Waterside, and I call you this morning from Waterside.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's like, sometimes when the guys are speaking, the UP, multi-bands, when they're speaking, I think it's like the green t-shirt, the green color is a good color, but those who using it, the people that are using that color, they are evil junior. It's like the sense of breathing have been taken away from that green, so they can't comprehend it longer. How can you go on the show and say, Chida just said this and said that? Chida will never say that. We know that Chida will never say that. Celebration around the country for scoring 12. In our card, it shows nothing to the Latvian. It has nothing to do. It has no impact in the Latvian people, right? Why we should be judging for now, or we should be discussing it. The rule of law that has been broken in this country, no job creation for this excuse mission. That's what we should be discussing here. So this guy said pass here instead of celebrating where we score 12.
Yeah, when you go, your wife asking for the children balance school fee, you must tell them say we pass 12. Thank you very much. Yeah, so what I mean, the government.
So I got it all right on the screen. Just get the phone thing. Upton is calling.
Okay, the something from. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, brother Abu, and good morning, Hagar.
Morning, go ahead.
Discussing analyzing the budget. As accounting, government supposed to be playing around finance. Yeah, he ain't working in the finance ministry, but that position is not for accounting. That's why you're seeing the misleading, misinformation all around from Kafwan. And to Cooper pass away, now when boss man, your boss or your former boss man was a Cooper.
My man, don't call. How you call Cooper? I see what you mean. You can call Cooper near. They picking a word.
That's what I'm saying. The one we left from Rachel Kuna, working Rachel Kuna, he adapted the system of that regime speaker. Thank you for giving me the opportunity.
Thank you very much. Good morning. Until you can bring the country back where everybody will feel. Right? Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Abu Shari.
Uptown, just hold on 1 minute. Go ahead, quickly.
And I say good morning to Higa Konda.
Morning.
Yeah, this is the voice of Sabu Rasta joining the show from Point 4 in Zimbabwe. So, Higa, let's go to that zero man here.
They say money ways, but Gafon say money all over the place. They pass in the MCC compact.
Look, Abu, that zero government I say, he say for education, and then today they still primary gas education in the MCC school. That zero government here, they say they spend for the 2 years in government. Today they say to protect the natural resources. Today people just carry out natural resources away from the country. That zero government here, government today that still when it comes to the issue of rule of law, that speaking of people that don't get respect for democracy. That zero government here, Abu. But then you start joking with us. I'm not talking to the now, brother. Let me tell you, that take for peace. Let me tell you, we are living in the Red Sea. If you feel that you say we are not coming back because you see that you will cheat, you manipulate the electoral result, my brother, you joking that improvement will happen. Thank you.
Okay, thank you too. Let's go to the diaspora. Uptown Pew. Let's hear you. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Abu. Good morning, Hagar.
Good morning, Uptown.
Look, everything that is done on them is simple analysis, right? Those that take wire, right? You can pass in your school, right? For the criteria of wire to graduate, right? To be recognized by the government, is that you should pass the English. And you pass in one math or one science subject. That's the criteria. But English is the major stuff you should pass in so you can graduate, right? I believe the MCC school can have a specific criteria you should pass. If we can get all the 23, right? Or let's get 18. And those major things that you need to pass, once you can pass it, I believe you can even be qualified for the combat. And that's what you look at. So
I mean, the rule of law is one of the most significant things in the compact. Because how can someone bring the money to you in the first place when there's chaos all over the place? And then how can we celebrate the people who were up a few years ago and today they have been up 2 steps? And then you want to celebrate that these people are making progress. Are we being blinded by political sentiment or what? Don't be serious there. Everybody know that is not according to the rule of law. Everybody know that Liberians are dying every day for stagnation when it comes to employment. It's clear. The world of global village. Why you put it on that, right? I'll be writing my name in my house here, in my car, and no one's happening in Liberia. That's the strength of the age we're in today. We're in the information age. That's not necessary for everybody. Information is free. So the government stop playing for it.
Okay, thank you very much. So, thank you. Let's hear from Stanton. Stanton has a view. Stanton, our man. Stanton.
And the other people there. What's going on here? Employment opportunity. The government cannot create jobs. The government not creating jobs. The government, the argument that they don't make every day, that we're taking the Liberian people job and giving it to foreigners. And we are not creating jobs. The little that the Liberian people should be doing, we are giving it to our Salamita and the other Indian people there. What's going on here? If this continues, we can win this compact, we can win the $500 million. But an argument from the opposition can be made that the government have neglected for people on employment opportunity. We are talking about employment opportunity down 9%. This is huge. This is huge. It means that the government have not employed anyone. The government is not thinking about employing anyone. Government is lying when he say job. It's not in government interest. But just yesterday, employment opportunity 100%
under CDC.
The Unity Party government have taken the employment opportunity from 2023. It was at 100%. It's way down to 9%. 91% deficit. They have erased the opportunity of anybody getting a job. Say what you want to say. Talk about what my brother Kanye is talking about. He's playing games. Now Kanye want to wait for the MCC money to bring job in the country. But the letter that we are not creating job. But Kanye said, get your money, we'll create job and we'll satisfy you. Now Kanye saying that, listen, we can create job for 2 years in this government. And I know that you people will get very with me. Couldn't they keep it up to 75%, maybe 50%? But to bring the thing down to 9% that the richest see. It's the person of Bwaka and Gafwan and Double Jala and the entire government. They have no clue about creating jobs. They have no one clue. They want the American people money, but they have not created a goddamn job for anyone. That's why we find people having problems in the country. That's why the people after Gafwan and say you're a liar, you're a criminal. So hard that the richest in because they have no clue. They cannot create a job. That's what Cooper Cry is saying. Work for me for $9,000, $7,000, and you gave him $3,000 to the government. That's been a large. That the richest in 2023, 100%. 100%. Today, only Joseph Walker 2 years in his government, 9%. What you want to tell us?
So tell me now, where you get the celebrate folks?
Yeah.
Eh? The thing is real, it's clear, it's evident everywhere. Comment is feeling. Good morning.
Morning.
Morning. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Okay, man. Let me say morning to Hagar. On this bill. People been saying that criminals are traffic. That something you really have to believe it. You see here today celebrating the school, when the NCC school cut. They yesterday they condemn somebody who spoke What kind of people are this? This government is a total disgrace to Liberia. You let somebody call you to say, oh, this is go back in rule of law. You're not in the country, you know what's going on? You see how the violence in the law
All right, thank you. Let me take Edmond.
Let's talk
then
to
I'll
Edmond
take
Carr
George
from
Tingberg.
the messenger, the WhatsApp line. Edmond, morning.
Yeah, money, Higa and Abu, and when these kinds of reports come up, all we can say to you guys is you guys are vindicated. Because this is what we have been saying. Okay? So how do you come to power? Edmond Carr is employed, along you were in position from 2018, you are sedition, OUT, you are out. My wife and my girlfriend is selling down Macklin Street to be able to amend that which have been taken away from me. You run beyond them, clear the market, carry it, in your holy cell, you defy it among yourself.
Yeah, and carry to their own girlfriend and what they can do.
How can the economy
they can
flow?
take your girlfriend goods and
How
carry
can
it
the
to their own
economy
girlfriend.
flow? So this is what we have been saying. So it is clear, it's nothing here to celebrate about scorecard. Because if you would take job from 100% to 9%, this is a disgrace for the Unity Party government.
They want alone a serious congested the vote join the school.
As we approach to 2026, it will even go below, it could be 5, it could be 3%. Then what are you going to be depending on to win the 2029 election?
Okay,
all right.
This is what some are predicting.
Thank you,
The
Edmond.
only thing you'll be depending on, and we are prepared and waiting for you to tell that which you'll be depending on to win the election in 2029. So come on, man.
Okay. They both raping the country before you talk about 2029. Good morning, Eugene.
Yeah, good morning, Abu. Let me say good morning to her.
Did you expect that this rescue government would take job employment opportunity from 100% under CDC to 9%?
Abu, from day one, I started. I really anticipated that it could even go up, come down to even maybe 8% or 5%.
With all the educated people and the experience and everything.
From day one, Abu, the president got inaugurated. They start dismissing Liberians. And then when they started undermining their own agenda. So with the report, it sounds strange. For me, it sounds strange to me. When you feel that you know it all, you know it all. And then when you can expose yourself, to the mass majority of the people. If you cannot put bread on the table, or even if you can't do that, but you should be able to give them hope. Create an avenue that viewers will get hope. That they will anticipate that one day I will get something, But for the fact that there is no hope at all, based on the scorecard, that dash their hope away. It's not strange to me, and I don't see it getting better. Very soon. I don't see it getting better.
Thank you very much.
Let's talk to this person from the international line. Morning.
Good morning, Higa and Abu. This is Mr. Jar calling from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Go ahead, Mr. Jar.
Audible. Yeah, Rodney Jar. Yeah. So when I said this is serious to Liberia, these are the things I'm talking about. The first thing, this government priority, they have no priority. So they have come to a conclusion that if anything reports, our little boys that are paying, $50 every month, anything reports, they just go on it and like it, love it. You see 5,000 like. Yeah. They actually believe that social media, liking the president nonsense he posting up, that means Liberians know that the country is well, the country is going well. That's why they can use the Ministry of Non-Cussing and post nonsense like, okay, we got food. There will be better transportation. Instead of focusing on the major issues in the country, health, education, employment, rule of law, these guys are very, very
Okay.
Very, 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 very.
Thank you very much. And the funniest thing is, remember, these are the people that can be voting Mr. Kumis and ANC that he moved from 7% to 4%, right?
Yeah.
But they are moving from 100% to 9%.
9%.
So at least Mr. Kumis did well.
91
right?
points margin.
Good morning, Avin Wise.
Good morning, comrade. Abu, let me say good morning to Ega and
Good morning, Avin.
the ardent and religious followers of Freedom FM. Yeah, comrades. I listened to some of the irrelevant and inconsequential arguments coming from the reactionary forces, the guys who continue to purport themselves to be the so-called educated political elite. I think it's an embarrassing act to see them vomiting foolishness both on the social media and the radio. If I were there, I would shut up because they have brought nothing substantial to governance. You look at the indicators, the people have failed miserably, Abu, in strategic policy areas. And that's where our concentration should be. Because if you come to power, those are strategic policy interventions that you must have to meet as a criteria that define the output of your governance system, that defines the performance of your governance system. And there can be no way that you can be a better government without upholding the rule of law. And you fail in the rule of law, the United Party government miserably fail in the rule of law. Rule of law is the benchmark, is a pillar, is a fabric of governance system. Because without the rule of law, there can be no governance in terms of transparency, in terms of accountability, because that is the pillar of the governance system in our country. And they miserably fail. The next thing has to do with the issue about effective governance or government effectiveness. The inner report, the scorecard has given the Unity Party a dangerous red line, massive and miserable failure. How can the government that they have claimed to be more than the we as administration is being declared as ineffective in terms of dispensing its policies? Yeah, defeats the argument. You say the government has done much. President Weah has changed. Bwaka has changed the dynamics. He has impacted the passing around with the cliche about developmental SIBO shenanigans all around the place. Now the report, the car has been placed to the public domain for public consumption. In that report, they say your whole government, the Unity Party government, is rendered and been declared as ineffective in terms of not performing to the ways and aspirations of the Liberian people. It tells you that all of our policies you brought to the Liberian people are not effective. They are not impactful. They are not affecting social change. They are not affecting community development. They are not affecting political reform and policy transformation in the country. Policy transformation in the country.
Okay.
The next issue.
Thank you, comrade. Thank you.
Yeah, I just want to zero.
Okay, go ahead quickly.
Yeah, quickly. The next issue has to do with the issue of trade policy. They say all of the government attempts of trade enrichment, everything bogus. And they fail miserably because how can you attract investment if you have a bad trade policy regime? This is dangerous for the government. So I saw them masquerading around the place. And those are key indicators. You can create employment opportunity for your people. Then what? Then you are a useless government.
You should not even be there. You should not even be there.
You can be there. You can create employment. You take from employment opportunity from 100% to 9%. Look at that kind of drastic and disgraceful decimal performance and reduction in terms of providing jobs. So you cannot provide jobs when people are working, people water. Who you provide jobs for in the private sector? Librarians who voted you and people who are independent voters in the country.
Thank you, Avin Wise. we can go on and on and on. And of course, it's good that at least the eye opener has happened. So Liberians are picking up on it now. And that's exactly what we've always tried to do, right? We've always tried to come here and create the necessary eye opener for people to see the real issues and stop being carried away by cover-ups. So, George Tengbe, you attempted calling. Good morning.
Yes, I will. Good morning. Thank you. So I was only trying to contribute on the labor component of the entire MCC scorecard. So
please go ahead.
If you check thoroughly, it supports the previous report that came from the United States Department, that talking about the mass failure of the government when it comes to the labor sector, mostly jobs, unemployment, and the management of the sector. If you take your microphone, and I'm very happy that I listened to Abu telling you, Yehiga telling you that you both should go to Nema County. The Abu, it was surprising to know I was in Nema just recently. I went to investigate on the high level of employment that is in place in that county, mostly directly affecting the work of the Asra Meta. Abu, 344 Togolese and Ghanaians were given work permit to do what? Guess the job they were given it to do. To build scaffold. Scaffold, Abu?
Yeah, to build scaffold.
Yeah.
Then you get a job to Togolese and Ghanaians.
But if they can get the inauguration program to foreigners,
well, scaffold, you know that in the book and
yeah. So scaffold, iron scaffold, okay, build separately. So that's going into family story. I'm telling you, Abu, we were in Nima. We investigated.
So that for job permit being is selling Liberian people job.
Of course, because the Ministry of Labor wants to be seen as the darling boy, generating revenue for the government of Liberia. That is the reason why you will listen to Honorable Kopa Krause generated 1,800,000. Now, I don't care if that money was generated from a renewal of work permit or new application of work permit. For you, your own calculation, 1,300,000. It tells you that in the month of October, only that month, the government of Liberia sold 600 jobs.
800 jobs just in October.
Go to the month of September. The same minister, I'm quoting from him.
Yeah, but you're going in and out. You got to position the phone correctly. You're going in and out. So just for the month of October, looking at the revenue number, so it indicates that the government sold out around 800 jobs.
600 jobs.
600
jobs to foreigners. Yeah, then in the month of September, he said that it generated 1.7 million. Do your own math. Divide that by, again, 3,000. That is the work permit fees now. You will get 566 jobs that were given out. Now, you do the math. Calculate the both for them. 1,106.
All jobs that could go to Liberians across the country.
These are jobs that Liberians, I just told you, Ghanaians and Togolese are building scaffolds in Nima County for a project that is supporting ArcelorMittal. Abu, take your microphone, take your cameras, go there. There are over 7 different companies supporting the work of ArcelorMittal down there. But it was surprising to know a lot of people don't hire Liberians for nothing. Drivers, truck drivers. That's just a foreigner, bro.
And
we are sick in the country, man.
Okay.
ArcelorMittal is playing mind games now.
So now you
they are talking about their MDA, Abu. Every evening the people can post vacancy on their page.
But before the vacancy, don't you waste your time saying So, but this is it, folks. So now you see where this whole decline in job creation. CDC government, they were not selling the job and making money out of the job and giving it to foreigners. And that's why the numbers reflected 100% an environment creating opportunity for, employment. But now you're not employing Liberians, you're selling the job and reporting 1,700,000 as proceeds from the work permit, right? You can also December 6th and go celebrate. Go out to go leave and come and take all your small job. Good morning. Good morning. Morning.
This is the common one chairman. I'm just
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay, for talking this before. You know, my argument is getting powerful by the day. Every day, my argument is getting powerful. Hey, guys, you can remember back then when President Weah said they were free to work. These guys will say, no, give the people a job, and they will pay that school fee. When they say there is this other free,
free ones. They say free ones. Say no.
Free ones.
Get a poor father job.
Give a poor parent job. They will do everything for their children. What are we saying? They are not even passing the indicators that will provide a friendly environment for job creation. That has to do with the respect for rule of law. Every democracy, constitutional democracy, is rooted. The basis of constitutional democracy is the rule of law. Before you create jobs, you must respect your laws. Other guys are not respecting our laws. So therefore, they have to feel if these people campaign massively on creating jobs, that means they say your children will not share in the street, meaning they will provide jobs for their parents to be able to take them up the street. If today they are kind of rich, they are taking the podium, and then they cannot provide jobs.
Okay, Peter, sir. Thank you very much. Good morning. 2 more calls.
Good morning, Abu.
Morning.
Patient Great from Dubai.
Patient Great. They say no job in the country again. And then when you say you won't say the police people can go take your market, so everybody just on their own.
Abu, you didn't start the woman and get shit too. You're not going to be educated. That's what I did. You're not educated. You made work. Then they may want to educate them, what in the posting way? You know how the woman looking, Abu?
And the men who are 14 paying hard subject, but only 12 paying small.
The woman looking there, when your child going to school, when they pay the test for it, they say, oh, you not feel it, they say no, they say from 12 or back. The woman.
I'm telling you, thank you very much. And I like that. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, Abu, how you doing, my brother?
Well, we manage you. No job in the country. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Let me say morning to Eka.
Morning, boss.
The official spokesperson for the Liberian movement, William W. Abu, we are in so trouble. The trouble we are in is that, Abu, whatever you are supposed to benefit Liberian people, our children, our resources are going to be there for us tomorrow. Everything is running down and there is no benefit. And we are in so trouble. This government is telling us. Now they want to be telling everybody. Our children future, even the young girls future, our future, I bet you all in everybody government. And when it's terrible, they are happy. I know what they are happy for. Your generation is supporting your own church. I know. Your power, my marketing, all the things. You happy? I don't know what they are.
Thank you very much. You know, here I can remember some time ago, right here on these microphones, we said that the situation has become dire to the point where young girls now are substituting schools for commercial sex. We've been singing songs with it, and I just feel when we're saying these things, we can be saying it from the blue. But a report that we can be, bringing to you all. We'll tell you, leave a fire here, we'll start to ring the alarm bell, and the Gracie is out. The Gracie is out. It's finally out. And like Edmund Carr would normally say, we are vindicated. And this is it. All we want from the government is deliver on your promises. Keep the country united, right? Govern for everybody. address the core issues. Once you do that, you are a friend. But you can't be taking $18 million, putting it secretly under the NSA for your cronies to go and collect them later on, right? Disguising it as operation and what kind of money? This is unfair. And you can't be selling common people job. And you expect the people to come out and wear t-shirts because they're hungry. You give 50, 25, they will come out. They got no option. Right? It is so difficult that the people can stand up to say no. Okay, don't protest, don't break anything. But boycott. Boycott is a form of protest. You can't be having these kinds of disturbing report. Natural resources are getting depleted. The evaluations and the reports are telling us daily that the country, once upon a time, there was a report that says from now to 2040 or so, we could deplete our gold reserve because of the scale of illicit mining activity that's going on. So what are we doing? All of us, what are we doing to protect the future? We don't care. They will share t-shirts. One small leg here, benefiting from ghost payroll. Or pay run and be distributing t-shirts. They send your picture, you send your picture. You're not telling her something. Then her pa on the other side selling small job to Togolese, Ghanaians, Guineans, Malians, Burkinabes. They're selling the land in Grand Jida to Burkinabes. Right? So Liberians can work in their own country. For 600,000, you want to sell the whole land in Grand Jida for 30 years. Why you can't give, as a government, why you can't give the Grandidian $2 million to cultivate the same land? You want to sell their heritage. You're selling the future, you're selling the heritage. You go to local country, you condemn the traditional people. These are the freedom fighters. Here, we got to go home, man.
We'll be here on Monday together. Until then, I'm going to be here tomorrow with promise. Let's keep the peace of Liberia. This country will not burn. Again, our condolences to Lawrence Kwawa and, of course, the entire Kwawa family there for the loss of their mother. Yes, that's all we can do for today.
Oh, yes, indeed. And so a pre-congratulations to all of our friends walking the walls of the AME University tomorrow. And Saturday, we're going to be in Niku Town, celebrating 9 years of brave commitment to public information dissemination, Freedom Radio, the People's Radio, the voice of the voiceless. Come and celebrate with us. My name is Abu Sharif, fearless, bold, and pointed. Until we see you, do have yourself a wonderful time. Bye-bye.